Hello students, you are welcome in complex numbers and quadratic equations chapter 5 part 8. We were doing questions of miscellaneous exercise and today we'll start with question number 14. Now find xy if x minus iota y into 3 plus 5 iota is the conjugate of minus 6 minus 24 iota. So this is conjugate of this complex number. So in the solution we will first write this complex number in the standard form, then we will write conjugate of this and we will put both sides equal. So it means this number you can write on left hand side is equal to conjugate of minus 6 minus 24 iota, and we can write its conjugate. We know conjugate can be written by changing the sign of imaginary part. So now simplify left hand side by multiplying. Here we are having iota square. So we know whenever we are having higher powers of iota, we have to substitute the values. Iota square is minus 1. Now separate imaginary part and real part. So this is real part and this is imaginary part. This is equal to the conjugate. Now comparing both sides, when you compare, so it is real part should be equal to real part and imaginary part 5x minus 3y is equal to 24. Now you solve these two equations by elimination method and you will have the values of x and y. So you will get x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 3. I hope this question will be clear to you. Now move on to question number 16. 16th question is if x plus iota y whole cube is u plus iota v. Show that. So this is what we have to prove. Now this is equal to u plus iota v. So we have to evaluate u and v by comparing. So before comparing you have to write this complex number in the standard form. So expand the cube. This is the expansion of the cube using the identity a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Then multiply and change the values. We know the value of iota cube is minus iota. The value of iota square is minus 1. So we can substitute both values, putting these values in this equation. So you'll have x cube minus iota into y cube plus 3x square y into iota minus 3xy square will be equal to u plus iota v. Here writing separately real and imaginary part, and you can compare after that. After comparing, this real part will be equal to u. So you can take x common or dividing both sides by x. So x square minus 3y square will be u upon x. Similarly, comparing imaginary part. So this is imaginary part 3x square into y minus y cube is equal to v. Dividing both sides by v will get this line. Now adding these two, we have to add these two, and after addition you will get what we have to prove. This is we have to prove. I hope it is clear to you. Then on to the next question. Question number 17. In this question, alpha and beta are different complex numbers with mod of beta is equal to 1. We have to evaluate mod of beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta. This is that we have to evaluate. Now to evaluate this, we will use this property mod of z square is equal to z into z bar. If we want to evaluate mod of this, it means square of mod of this will be equal to, this is complex number, so complex number into conjugate of complex number, and we have to simplify the right hand side now only. So beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta into conjugate of the same complex number. Now to write conjugate we will use property which we have used earlier in the previous part. So z1 upon z2 whole conjugate will be equal to z1 conjugate upon z2 conjugate. Write their conjugate separately. So conjugate of 1 minus alpha bar into beta. Then using the property in numerator, this is Z1 minus Z2 conjugate. So Z1 minus Z2 conjugate will be conjugate of Z1 minus conjugate of Z2. So use the same property in numerator as well as in denominator. And then in this part now again we have to use property. This is Z1 into Z2 conjugate type, and use this property, that is equal to conjugate of Z1 conjugate of first number into conjugate of second. So we have to simplify. Now the last property in this part, this is double conjugate of alpha. So conjugate of conjugate, and using this property, conjugate of Z will be equal to Z only. So it means this is equal to alpha. And now we have to multiply numerator and denominator, simplify the terms. After multiplication, you will use the previous property that we have used in the starting. Z into Z bar is equal to mod of Z square. So wherever we are having beta into beta bar, that is equal to mod of beta square. Similarly, alpha into alpha bar will be equal to mod of alpha square. Similarly in the denominator. And now put the values. We are given in the starting in the statement that mod of beta is equal to 1. So we have to replace mod of beta is equal to 1. So this all we are calculating. This is equal to beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta mod square. We will get the value of this. So after substituting, mod of beta is equal to 1. So this is, we have substituted the value. So mod of beta is 1, so then mod of beta square will also be 1. So now both of these terms will be cancelled. These terms will be cancelled. So which is equal to 1. And now taking square root both sides. So mod of beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta, that will be equal to 1. This is what we have to evaluate. I hope it is clear. Now question number 18. Find non-zero solutions. You have to find non-zero solutions. It means non-zero answers. If you are getting 0 as the answer, that we have to reject it. So that will be rejected. So find non-zero solutions of this equation. 1 minus iota mod raised to the power x is equal to 2 raised to the power x. So you first evaluate mod of 1 minus iota. Using the formula, it will be under root 2. It means this equation will be now under root 2 whole raised to the power x is equal to 2 raised to the power x. Multiplying 2 raised to the power x by 2 is equal to 2 raised to the power x. Now we can divide 1 is equal to 2 raised to the power x upon 2 raised to the power x by 2. Using property, base is same, and in the division we have to subtract the powers like this. So 2 raised to the power x minus x by 2 is equal to 1. Now replace 1 by 2 raised to the power 0 because we want to compare both sides, and comparing that will be done when base is same, then powers can be equal. So replace 1 by 2 raised to the power 0, and the right hand side is 2 raised to the power x by 2. Now comparing both sides, so x by 2 is equal to 0. It means x will be 0 by cross multiplication, but we want non-zero solutions. So we have to reject this value. So rejecting this value, it means there is no non-zero solution. So non-zero solution does not exist, it means. So the answer will be non-zero solutions does not exist. I hope it is clear. Thank you for today.